Hey guys, and welcome back to Irish Ham Radio, or welcome to Irish Ham Radio if it's your first time here. Today I am actually going to do a portion of the Sligo Way, a waymarked trail in Sligo in Ireland, and I'm hoping that I can hit a SOTA Summit in the middle as well, so stay tuned. So today guys is my annual Heli-Day. If you know me, you know what that means. I take this day off work and I usually go up into the hills and usually also do a bit of ham radio, a bit of SOTA and a good bit of walking and try to enjoy the outdoors on this day. The weather is not great. You might even be able to see some rain on the camera, and it's going to get a lot worse. So I changed my plans this morning to go up into the higher hills, and I've actually decided to come here and do still involves the summit, but a linear section of the Sligo Way. This section of the Sligo Way is from Collooney to Slish Wood in County Sligo, and it'll incorporate heading from Collooney through to a place called Union Wood, where there's a lovely extra section there you can take on, a looped section, and a lovely little summit there with beautiful views. Then on up into the Castledargan area and Slieve Daeane, where I'm hoping to get the summit in, and back down the other side towards Slish Wood. This is a waymarked trail, so I'm hoping that I will see markers such as this along the way that'll help me navigate it, because although I am familiar with this area, I have never actually done this particular walk before. So I also have a map with me. There's a great website for the walks in Sligo called sligowalks.ie. It'll cover sections of the Sligo Way that are in Sligo. It also covers other shorter and longer upland, lowland, lakeland, woodland walks as well. So great website. I'll stick a link to that in the description of the video if you're thinking about coming walking in Sligo. So to start the walk, I decided to park at the very large petrol station just off the bypass roundabout at Collooney. You cannot miss it when you're bypassing Collooney on the main Sligo-Dublin road. The walk then starts by just crossing the road from there and heading along the Ballysadare River. The river is to your left until you have to take your first turn to the right away from the river. I have also taken along with me my trusty Anytone ATD 878 so that I can stay tuned in on the Truskmore repeater EI2TKR. I should be in range of the Truskmore repeater pretty much throughout this walk, so I'm going to stay monitoring it, and I might have a few QSOs even just candidly as we're going along. So I'm just over 3 kilometers in now, guys, and up to the 3 kilometer mark, if you got the head up, you'll see the signs everywhere. There's a decision, as you can see here, on which way to go. There is a post pointing you along the Sligo Way. Very well waymarked so far. At the 3 kilometer mark, there's a sharp right turn through a gate, and just to let you know that once you go through that gate, the trail then starts to get a bit steeper than it has been so far, as you can probably hear in my voice. Not too bad or anything, but definitely pitches up from what it's been so far. You'll see a number of gates like this, guys, on this trail. I've already gone through 2, so just make sure that you close them properly. Make sure they're closed. They're there for a reason, to put boundaries between different sections of land, so respect that, and don't go climbing them. Open them, close them, or if you find them open, close them, and yeah, you're doing everybody a favour. So I've hit a point here, guys, where I am going to actually slightly diverge from what would be the official Sligo Way trail. It's still on one of the trails here around Union Wood, but I want to go to the top of Union Rock on this walk. So to do that, you can see, if I show you on the map here, on the OSI map, you can see that the trail for the actual Sligo Way goes straight ahead, and the sign here says the same. However, if I turn left here, I can actually go on around the west of Union Rock and there is a trail there that'll take me up to the top, and I can go down the other side and join back onto the Sligo Way without actually having to go up and back on myself if I did continue on the Sligo Way and try to access it that way. So I'm a kind of a guy, I like to either go linear or a loop. I'm not very fond of going back on myself if I can help it. So I've just reached the point on the trail where I'm going to take the right to head to the summit of Union Rock. As you can see here on the video, it is just like a stony trail. It's definitely not like a well-marked trail like this one is, but it will lead to the summit. It does sort of look like, as you can see, like it could be used by mountain bikers, the type of it, but there isn't any sign to say that. But I will, however, be careful on my way up, keep my ears open just in case somebody's bombing it down there. And as the rain's coming in now, I'm actually glad that I'm heading into the trees for a while. Awesome summit of Union Rock in County Sligo. As you can see, the must have been fairly sheltered in the woods, even on the trail below. There's a different story up here. Just before I leave here, however, I'm going to put a few calls out on 2 meters simplex just to see if anybody's there and see if I can give somebody this grid square. CQ2, 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 Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo portable. India 5, India Mike Bravo portable, CQ 2 meters. Yeah, QSL Tony, no bother at all, and you're 5-9 with me as well. Echo India 3, Golf Yankee Bravo, QSL Michael, QSL, you're about a 5 and 4, a 5 and 4, Golf 62 Sligo on top of Union Rock, over. So there you go, guys, got 2 in the log, gave the square out and activated it for myself if I haven't already. Pretty nasty up here, I need to look at the map, see which direction. I think it's that way to take the trail back down the other side, so I'm not going back on myself. Just while I'm descending back onto the trail, I just want to talk about these wooden sort of sleeper walkways that are only 2 sleepers wide, and I know they have loads of nails stuck in them for grip and all of that, but I'm not a fan of them, and I don't recommend walking on them in the wet. Definitely not, and definitely not if you're wearing something like hiking boots like I am now, which are quite rigid. Excellent soles on them, excellent grips, but even with the nails, like even just stepping over it, stepping on it once to go over it, feels very unsafe. My personal opinion on it is that I'm not sure why they don't just leave it as I know they're trying to maybe stop erosion of the tracks or something like that, but I do think there could be a better solution than these timber planks. I just believe they're too dangerous in the wet. Sometimes you can't avoid them, like here where I have to cross the section, but yeah, just my little opinion on them. Never feel good on them in the wet. They're okay in the dry, never feel good on them in the wet. And the other thing about them is that at some points, oh there you go, nearly slipped there and I'm only barely moving. They're actually quite high. There could be a couple of feet of a drop off to the side. People have been hurt off them before, so anyway, not really a rant, but just wanted to give you my opinion on them.
Yeah, it's not nice at all. It's not nice at all, Dave. Here it's windy and raining quite heavily now at the minute out here,
So guys, I just wanted to show you that when you get to this junction, and I'll show you on the map where I am right now, the Sligo Way is pointing off to the left and back towards the car park of the Union Wood area here. So I'm actually going to go straight ahead and cut across this road because looking at the map, it's actually a shortcut and saves me having to do what essentially is like a zigzag up to the car park and back to where I would be entering the next phase of the walk across the main road. I don't think I'm missing out on a whole pile doing that, and it'll save me a bit of time. As you can see, I've got the wet gear on now. It's starting to come down. Let's get going.
Yeah, you're space, man. The wind is blowing me all over the road here.
So if you take the shortcut, guys, that I'm talking about, where you turn off the official Sligo Way and come straight ahead, this is where it'll bring you out, right on the main Sligo road that we need to cross regardless. And if you just go straight across the road here, it'll bring you up a track up the side of a house that'll actually join you straight back onto the Sligo Way again. I have a nice soft seat on a slope, looking out through the trees onto the path. Ah, nice. Don't know if you can see that, but it's fairly raining now. So here we are, guys, still on the Sligo Way, and at the point where I believe is probably the easiest. None of it looks easy. There's definitely no defined trail to go to the summit of Slieve Daeane basically where there's a standing stone with a rabbit on it or a hare on it. That's very close to that. Just slightly above that is where I'm actually going to go in through the ferns here and see if I can pick a route up onto the summit, and we'll see what the wind is like on the top. At the summit of Slieve Daeane, and I'm going to try to activate it. We'll give it a go on 2 meters, and I have a little special HF option I can try as well. It'll be a massive compromise, but should be a bit of fun, and we'll see if it works. So as you can see, you've got a Life Systems 2-man shelter. I'm going to pull this out now because I want to keep my HF radio as dry as I can. I'm already wet, but it's no harm keeping the bag dry, keeping the gear dry if I can. Simple. Here it is. I'm going to go HF. There's a bit of a break in the wind and the rain at the minute. Come out from under the shelter. This is the setup. I've got my LifePro battery here. I've got my Zygo X 6100 and a big telescopic whip stuck in it. And I'm basically going to use it in like walkie-talkie mode. We're going to give 20 meters a go. We're going to use the internal ATU and see if I can get it going. CQ SOTA, CQ SOTA, CQ Summits on the air. Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo Portable. Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo Portable. CQ SOTA.
Echo 6, Golf, November Delta. Thank you, 57. 59 for you, 59. Good luck, see you again. Summit to summit, summit to summit.
Yeah, QSL, summit to summit, summit to summit. Go ahead. This is Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo Portable. Okay, so we gave it a go on HF, guys, and to be honest with you, it's just not the day today to be doing that type of an experiment with the wind. I'll try it again sometime, but it did work, so we proved the concept. Time to try a few on 2 meters.
EI3 HA Mobile.
EI3 HA Mobile. Hi, how's Tony? What's the crack? Up on Slieve Daeane, whatever it's called now. Just at this moment in time, kind of clear. It's actually beautiful views from this mountain. I didn't realise. You can see all the way over to your place, Knocknaray, and out over the bay.
I missed you there on 40 metres. I just seen you going on 2.
Echo India 3 Golf Yankee Bravo. Hiya Michael, you're 5 and 7, 5 and 7, over. Alright folks, so that is it for the activation anyway. Time for me to tidy up, get myself together, get my shelter put away, and start heading down to the safety of the path and on to finish off this section of the Sligo Way. Thankfully I have a friend of mine going to pick me up at the far end and bring me back to my car, and I don't want to keep him waiting, so let's get going. There you have it guys, almost at the end of the trail. The Sligo Way taking in Union Wood Summit and Slieve Daeane Summit as well. A little bit of SOTA, a little bit of radio, good crack. And as you saw with the Sligo X6100, I was able to use the tall whip and the tuner. It does work, it's just that there was a bit too much wind today and it was probably going to break the connector off the radio, so I decided to leave it. Thankfully, as this is a linear walk, I had my buddy Porrick here came and collected me, and he's going to bring me back to my car. Thanks very much, Porrick.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And timed it nicely to be finished just after work for him, and he could get me and bring me back. And that's the good thing about being able to do this linear, because normally I'm always trying to have to do loops or try to get back to the car, or if I didn't have Porrick I would have had to actually probably turn back halfway to get back, so that's brilliant. I'll still be back home in time for dinner. So that's it guys, I'll put a little bit of detail on the screen here of some of the QSOs I had and the distance I went, and see if I can put a track up as well for the route. Take it easy guys till the next one, 73s.
Take care.